Fazza, the crown prince of Dubai, had always lived a life surrounded by splendor, from golden palaces to the glittering skyline of his city. Yet, behind the gleaming walls and dazzling celebrations, he felt a restless curiosity about the world beyond. Every time he looked out from the tallest tower, watching the sun dip into the endless desert, he wondered what lay beyond the horizon. Unlike most royalty, Fazza was not content with merely attending grand ceremonies or receiving honors. His heart sought adventure, knowledge, and the stories of people whose lives were far removed from his own. Early in the morning, when the city was still asleep, he often slipped into a simple white robe, blending in with the streets, eager to witness life as it truly was. One day, while wandering through an old market, Fazza's eyes caught a group of artisans working with delicate gold and gemstones. He stopped to watch, fascinated by their skill and patience. The master jeweler, an elderly man named Rashid, noticed Fazza's interest and invited him to try his hand at the craft. For hours, Fazza's fingers trembled as he shaped gold into intricate patterns, yet he found joy in the challenge. Rashid smiled, saying, "True art comes from the heart, not just the hands, young prince." This small encounter ignited a spark in Fazza. He realized that his life could be more than royal duties. It could be about connecting with people, learning from them, and making a real difference. Inspired, he began visiting various parts of the Emirates, often in disguise, experiencing life firsthand. In the mountains of Hadda, he met a group of climbers attempting to scale jagged peaks. Fazza, always up for a challenge, joined them. Though inexperienced, he faced the rocky cliffs with courage, feeling the rush of wind and the sting of the sun as he climbed. At the summit, standing among clouds and watching the valleys below, he felt an exhilarating sense of freedom he had never known. Back in the city, Fazza's adventures continued, but he also carried a deep sense of responsibility. He began focusing on projects that could improve the lives of ordinary citizens. He visited schools in remote villages, encouraging children to dream big and teaching them the importance of perseverance. With each visit, he listened to their hopes, laughed at their stories, and felt the profound joy that came from inspiring others. One evening, while sailing along the coastline, Fazza encountered a fisherman struggling with his nets in rough waves. Without hesitation, Fazza dove into the water, helping the man secure his catch. The fisherman, amazed by the young prince's bravery and humility, shared stories of life at sea, stories of storms, survival, and the quiet beauty of the horizon. Fazza realized that true leadership was not about grandeur but about compassion and courage. As months passed, Fazza's adventures became legendary, yet he remained humble. He used his influence to support education, preserve heritage, and empower local artisans. He also began documenting his journeys, writing letters and stories that he hoped would inspire future generations. People from all walks of life admired him, not just as a prince but as a symbol of vision, courage, and empathy. The most defining moment of Fazza's journey came during a humanitarian mission to a desert community facing scarcity. For the first time, he witnessed suffering up close: the harsh sun, the scarcity of water, the resilience of people determined to survive. Fazza worked tirelessly alongside volunteers, delivering aid, digging wells, and setting up schools. The gratitude in the eyes of the community touched him deeply. He realized that leadership was not inherited. It was earned through action, sacrifice, and genuine care. Years later, Fazza reflected on his journey from a curious prince gazing at the horizon to a leader who bridged worlds. His adventures had taught him humility, courage, and the value of connecting with people beyond titles and wealth. Through deserts, mountains, markets, and seas, he had discovered not just the world but himself. Even as Dubai continued to rise with skyscrapers and innovations, Fazza never stopped exploring. His heart always yearned for new horizons, new stories, and new ways to touch lives. For him, royalty was not merely a title, it was a responsibility to inspire, uplift, and explore. And every time he looked beyond the horizon, he remembered the joy of adventure, the lessons of courage, and the beauty of connecting with the world in its purest form. Fazza's journey was a testament to the power of curiosity, compassion, and courage, a story that would inspire generations long after him. He had proven that true greatness lies not in the gold that surrounds you, but in the hearts you touch and the lives you transform.